All right, welcome to another episode of Whiskey Dinks. I would say I'm the host, but I'm really not. I'm just helping out. But we got Jason, we got Tracy, Brian, the crew. We're going to discuss the best whiskeys of 2025 for the Whiskey Dinks. And Jason, take it away.
Yeah, so it's like Javier said, we pretty much everything that we scored this year. We tried our best to share it with Brian and Javier, mostly in a blind or just drinks for Christmas. And then we blinded them the first 6 months. We blinded what we thought were the best of the first 6 months. And then we blinded the last 6 months, which just so happened to be like 14 to 16 bottles. So we had to do it in two parts. Both of those are actually live videos. So we didn't live the first one because we're rookies. But we did live the last of the season. There was a lot of shockers. We at least for me, I like to say that I can kind of pick out stuff, but not so much. So yeah, do you guys want to just go through some of the randoms and we'll save like the top three for the last? So
Sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, in the beginning of the year, one of the bottles that we scored that we thought was great was the Cathedral. I don't know how well you guys can see this or not. This is where we're gonna have to learn to do the second camera, but we did score this at Bardstown. Tracy was not with me. I was there for a barrel pick, and got lucky. Only scored one. So as you can see, it dwindled down. I'm gonna probably not buy a second one for backup because it was great, but it wasn't $600 great, which is what they're going for right now in secondary. And that's a $375. What were your guys' thoughts about that one?
It's crazy.
You remember the
I
Cathedral?
don't remember it. Yeah, I don't remember it being remarkable. We're at the point, and I need to make sure that everybody is understanding of this. We're at the point where every whiskey that touches our mouth is great. Okay, it's just what level of greatness are we at right now? That's basically where we are. And for me, this one was a little unremarkable, especially like you said for the price.
Yeah, it's it did not score well. If I remember correctly, it came down in the bottom, toward the bottom of that list for that blind. But yeah, the next one that was in that blind was, well, another one that was in that blind was Heaven Hill 19. You can kind of see what happened to that one. We do have a bunkered one of this, but this was one of my favorites in that blind. If y'all remember correctly, I think I put that as number 2. But I think the three of you put it down pretty low. So it didn't score very high either. But nonetheless, definitely in the top 20 to 25 that we had this year, I think. It's delicious on its own. It's just when you start putting it up against some of these other bottles, it falls a little short. You guys remember anything about that one?
I honestly, for me, I thought it was going to be ranked a lot higher just because of Heaven Hill 19, but I didn't score really high for me. I don't know if it was because all the other stuff that we had, but yeah, it didn't score very high for me. So
yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, I'm going to look back and see exactly how we.
Tracy, did you like it? You like Heaven Hill though.
I do. I liked it, but I don't think we need to have the rankings in front of us when we do this next
Yeah.
time.
I know. I'm over here searching through my notes. I cannot find that first tasting for some reason.
It's on Instagram, so I'm grabbing it right now because I put all the rankings back up on the Instagram for that.
But I'm saying like my ranking with notes. I have no idea where it is at this point. I don't know why.
No, I wrote them all down and posted them. Remember?
You got my notes too?
Yep. Well, I mean, I didn't get your notes, obviously.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so let's see here. Tracy, you put the Heaven Hill 19 as 5th out of 6. The Cathedral you put 2nd. Javier, you put the Cathedral 2nd. And Brian put the Cathedral 3rd. So that's, and me, I put it at 4th. So again, it didn't score great, but it scored well out of 6, I guess. And I put the Heaven Hill 19 at 3rd place. Brian was 4th, Javier was 4th, and Tracy was 5th, like I said. So that gives you an idea of how those panned out. So speaking of which, this was another one that was in that blind. Maker's Mark Star Hill Farms.
What?
A fan favorite for Tracy and Javier.
For sure.
That one did really well. Came in 3rd place for Tracy, 3rd place for Javier, 2nd place for Brian, and I put it in 5th. So it did not do well for me, I know. When it came to that blind, that was not one that it didn't stand out when it had the others in it,
But it is amazing.
It is amazing. It's probably because it's not very oaky.
Yeah, and that's why it's in the top 20 for us. These are in no specific order, by the way, when we're doing this. We're just basically giving you an idea of, what we had in the first 6 months. Another great one, which I thought was going to be Whiskey of the Year when I first had it, was the Calumet 18. This bottle is amazing. I thought it was amazing. It did come in 2nd for me. But it came in 5th for Brian, 5th for Javier, and 4th for Tracy. So as a whole, you can kind of tell right now, sometimes we mesh with one, and sometimes we're all over the place. But this was an amazing bottle. I loved it. I'll be sad to see this one go.
Look at the color on that one too.
I know, right? Isn't it amazing?
It's beautiful.
Yep.
Look at that.
Oh, the nose on that is just. Yeah, that's a good one. And then the most disappointing, I will say, for me, and I know Javier, was last place in that blind was the PFG. We were shocked because Javier and I both thought that this was going to be 1st or 2nd. We thought this was a good contender to beat the Calumet 18. But it was a unanimous decision. You can see it on our Instagram account. Every single one of us, all 4 of us, put this in last place. So this is phenomenal by itself. If you're just drinking, you want to crush a bottle that's delicious and it tastes great. But if you're going to have something else that is 100 proof or better, just be warned, right? Because it doesn't hold up against other stuff, right?
Well, so I think there's something to what you just said, right? I think when you're sitting there drinking that, you get home from work and you just open that up and start drinking it. It's amazing, right? I think something happens to the chemistry of our mouth after we've had 6 pours or whatever it is that we do, right? You can't help but that changing a little bit, If we had one every day and somehow figured out a way to, only have that and only have that in your brain and then somehow rank that, I don't know how we'd ever do it. But when you're sitting there and you're going through, there's no way to get away from that. And that's the only thing that makes any sense as to why that was a little bit lower, because we all love that. We all love PFG. It was great.
Yeah, it still is delicious.
Correct. So the fact that it was the
reason,
last place just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, 114 on that guy. This was 100 proof though. Heaven Hill 19 was 100 proof. So I think this was like 120, maybe 117. Yeah, it reminded me that it was, if I remember correctly, it was close to Russell's 15. Yeah, 118, which is why I thought it was going to be, because it was close to the age, it was close to the proof, and it was oaky. I thought for sure it was going to crush everything. But the bottle, unanimously for the 4 of us, which shocked the shit out of me, even though I'm a fan, was the JD14. JD14, one straight out, as you can see. I think this is our second one we've killed, and this is our last one, which is why it's not open right now. This bottle,
there's a little sip left. You
There
should
is
drink
just
it.
I know, probably that bottle killed everything. And when I mean everybody, we all were like, this is just phenomenal. And I will say, this was open for what, 3 months before we did this
2 or
blind?
3 months it was.
Yeah. When Tracy and I first opened it, we didn't like it. It was
Oh, we
just
didn't.
it's
It
not-
wasn't horrible, but it wasn't.
It wasn't as great. Yeah.
Right.
Right.
we actually, if you look on our Instagram account, we did a blind of the 10, the 12, and the 14. If you remember, Tracy and I both chose the 12 first, then the 14,
Right.
then the 10.
Didn't we all? I think.
No, we didn't send them to you guys because we got them and we were so excited. We just literally cracked them open and just did a stupid little blind with ourselves. We may not even posted that.
No, it was just.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was just me and her. We may have put it on D&D Bourbon Society.
I've got a phantom memory.
I mean,
I'm pretty sure I was there with you in spirit, nonetheless. You know?
You were. We were smoking cigars, I think, that day.
Yeah, must have been.
I mean, I didn't like the JD14 when you first opened it. That I sold my bottle to Jason.
Very true.
Is that the one sitting on his table right now?
It probably is.
Thank you.
So yeah, so now just so everybody that is possibly watching this, how we do this is Tracy's upstairs in another room, not even in the house. After tasting these throughout the 6 months, these are the ones that I felt in our collection at the time were the best. So I pour them into sample bottles, not like this one, obviously, but just 2-ounce samples, and I label them A, B, C, D, E, or 1A, 1B, 1C. And then I ship those to Brian in Texas and Javier in Maryland if we can't meet up. And then the night of the blinds, we do a little live video kind of like this, a video call. I pour it into these aged oars, and I mark them with the same letters or numbers that match theirs. And then I leave the room. I go downstairs and then we watch a YouTube video, sometimes whatever. And then Tracy and Javier and Brian choose which color Glen, Alpha or 1 or Bravo, goes into what color Glen, so that I'm technically semi-blind. I know what's in the blind, but I have no clue what's in each glass. And the glasses are colored, so I can't see the color. And it really screws me over. And
He normally gets everything wrong.
yeah, and the three of them think it's hilarious that
It is hilarious.
I just love it whenever you're so bold. That's it. You
So
know, you're
confident.
bold. I love it. Yeah.
Remember how
Yeah.
confident I was about this? I was like, this is Calumet 18. This is whiskey of the year. It's so good. Oh my God, it's so delicious. And then it was JD 14.
And everybody goes out to our YouTube channel and looks at our videos, and they can actually see that happen at the beginning. We've recorded that where I get the bottles. I'm not looking at them. I mix them up. We make sure that we match our colors before we start. We mix up the bottles, and I just kind of line them up, one for each glass, and then I start looking at them and reading them out to Javier and Tracy, who pour them into each Glen. So it's random. And then to add to the randomness, after we do that, then Jason will come in and he'll randomly select which one we're going to start with. So we really don't know. So everything's random.
So yeah. So because this one top class for the 6, this obviously went into the blind at the end of the year. Come to find out, we had to break it into 2 parts. So the first round of the last 6 months of the year, 2025, we scored a few more crazy bottles. First was the Hokkaido from Bardstown. Another very good one that I think we all kind of really just...
I see you, Javier.
I think we all kind of just enjoyed that was just a regular pour that we kind of liked, right?
Yeah.
That was when they first had it, it was actually in the advent calendar, the whiskey advent calendar that we shared. Pretty good, not bad, but not great once you start blinding it. Kind of like how the Cathedral fell short. Loved it, still loved it. It's great, but what do you think, Javier? Right when you start to kind of blind things, it really changes the profile, doesn't it?
No, it does, man. And that's the thing. I think, like, are we doing it everyone justice? That's now everything. Ever since Brian said that, I'm like, man, because when we tried the PFG, it was so like I was I was shocked. There's a story behind that, but we'll tell that later. But I was shocked. But I think Brian hit the nail on the head, and I honestly, it's so hard to blind, right? And I think we don't give these different whiskeys and bourbons their justice because they're not by themselves, and it's hard.
It's very hard.
But
they're still all great bottles.
They're all great, man. And trust me. But it's just it's really hard. So I'm just saying, like, it shocks us when we're like, why is PFC so low? But it's so good by itself. The cathedral as well, and all of them. You know what I mean? It's just so hard that, man, it's just it's hard.
It is very hard to even like rank them is very hard. That's why we're not putting these in any specific order. Because Heaven Hill could technically be number 10. Calumet could be number 5. I mean, really, it's not. All we're going to give you is who came in the end was the top 3. From there down, they're all pretty much equal, right? Because they didn't beat the top 3.
Right.
Definitively. So, 4th all the way to 20th, or however many bottles we have here, could potentially be number 4, number 5, number 6, that, so on and so forth, if you were to blind them all over again. But there's no way the 4 of us could do like a Fred Minnick where we can do 101 night. You guys would have to fly in. Javier, you'd have to drive down. We just have to spend a whole weekend sitting at this table just drinking bourbons and like ranking them. And then whoever got the best points at the end probably would win. But
that was
when is that happening?
I know, right?
Sign me up. Mark down my calendar.
So besides the Bardstown Hokkaido, we had the Bardstown Normandy. We also scored that. We actually scored 2 of the Hokkaido because Tracy was there with me. I had to drag her out of the hotel early in the morning.
I don't do mornings.
Then the Bardstown was in that. That was another one that I thought was really, really good. Had great reviews from other people. But in the end, it kind of fell short compared to the others that we're about to show you that were in this blind. Obviously, again, that this was in the blind, the JD14. So that's in that blind as well.
Kind of dusty.
It is getting dusty. The next one that we got lucky and scored, well, we actually didn't get lucky and scored. No, we didn't score it at all. We bought it. I will be blunt. We bought it on secondary. Only because our great friends Dan and Erica shared a sample with us. And once Tracy and I sampled it, we had to buy a bottle. And now we have 3. And that is the last of the Master's Keep, the Beacon. That was
delicious.
This was in that blind as well. What did you guys think of that? I mean, 180.
That ranked number 1 for me. That was number 1. Yeah.
So you still have your notes for that one, right?
I'm looking at my notes right now. Yes. Okay. Oh yeah. That was heaven.
Yeah. That one was pretty freaking amazing. But again, it you start getting these guys in a blind, and the next thing you know, Russell's Single Rickhouse this year came out. We had this where did we have this? We had to have one. I really don't remember where we had it the first time. It may have even been Javier that had it first at Fish Paul's. Did we have it at Jack Rose maybe or something?
I don't recall.
I don't either.
Honestly.
But we had to have it. Once we tried it, we're like, oh my gosh. So that one was in this blind. And this is all part 1. And then I think that was really high on my list. If that wasn't number 3 for me, I'd be shocked. I gotta probably go back and look at my notes.
It was my number 3.
It was your number 3?
Yes, sir.
It was my number 1.
It was your number 1.
Followed
that's right.
Only by what you're about to pull out next.
Yeah. The well, we won't bring that one out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Because we're kind of getting to know where we are now. We know that this was in the next blind. Some other stuff that came out in the next blind for part 2, because we don't want to give away the winner, right? And technically the winner was in this blind. right? So if you've seen the live feed, you kind of already know that what the winner is. But the winner was in this and moved to part 2, tied with JD14. And we only did a tie because we hadn't implemented a point system yet. If we had implemented a point system, we would have had just the other one that I'm about to show you in a little bit. Probably would have been in it, and that's it. But next up in the next blind, we had the Heaven Hill Unity. This was in part 2 of the end of the year blind. Another one that Dan and Erica got us. They scored it at Heaven Hill. And then we actually scored 3 more. I don't know if you can see the 3 more right there. Brian gifted me one, and me and Tracy bought one. We went to Heaven Hill, did the tour. That one's, I love that.
It's wonderful.
But you know what this reminds me of too, fellas, is that this is delicious by itself. But when it got in the blind with other stuff, it just was like, it kind of like faded away. Like the Cathedral, like the PFG, you know? So, this wasn't one of y'all's, if I remember correctly, this wasn't one of y'all's favorites.
For me, I don't know if it was because all the stuff we were trying was really, really good. And then you had that mixed in with other things and it just kind of fell flat for me.
We had 8 pours that night.
Yeah.
So we all need a little grace. Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, it fell flat for me. That's why it was last for me.
And see, it scored 3 for me. I did like it. I started out with it at 1, and every one that I tried pretty much after that, it dropped down to 2, and then it ended up 3. But it still was up there.
Can you hear me? The star?
You got some of the Star Hill?
Yeah.
It's Heaven Hill. Heaven Hill's wonderful.
So you guys, so far, YouTube, these 2 were definitely in the blind and the winner, which we will reveal later. What also was in this blind was the batch 14 of the E.H. Taylor that was gifted to me from Javier on my birthday. Another phenomenal pour.
That was good.
That was really good. I mean, as you can see, it is quickly going away. So that was the next in the row there. Trying to remember what other one stuff. This we got lucky and scored this year. This is the Evan Williams 23. Very hard to get. It very rarely comes out. By itself,
I like it.
I like it. We've had it other times too. It's delicious. It's very oaky. It shows the age. Not very proofy, but in this blind, it did not go in the top 3.
What's the proof?
I want to say it was like 106, 107. No, 107.
Isn't it 100? Yeah.
107 proof.
107.
So yeah, did you guys? I don't think you guys liked that one at all.
That one last in my.
So again, let's be careful.
Well, I mean, yeah.
If we have a random Wednesday that we all get together and that's the only thing on, I'm gonna be a happy dude on a Wednesday. I promise you. You know.
True. Yeah. I should definitely shouldn't say it that way. You're right. I agree.
Well, I'll say something about this. The last blind to me was probably the hardest because I think they were probably the best out of all of them.
Right.
Yeah.
So even though it's last, it's not like they're pretty damn
It was
good.
like it was the peak. We were at the peak, right? I mean, there wasn't much more up there. Now, let's be clear.
It had to be good.
We've had blinds where there are whiskeys on it that we do not like, and we all throw right into the trash. And I won't say who that is, but we have definitely gone through some. So I can confidently say that none of these are that kind at all.
Yeah. Yeah. So the other ones that were in that and did not make it in the top 3 was GTS this year. which was a little shocking that the GTS did not make it in the top 3. I know Javier and I both thought we had the glass peg for GTS. And we were like, both of us were literally looking at each other on the camera like, this is so effing good. It's so effing good. We're like, this has got to be the GTS. It's so good.
It's GTS. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
And we were wrong. We were dead wrong. I do admit it when I am wrong, and I was way wrong on that one. So this, as you can see, George T. Stack did not make the top 3. But it was in this blind. So to pretty much round out the top 3, this guy right here was number 3. JD14 was number 3. It came in 3rd place. Kind of went through the first 2 battles really, really well. I mean, we killed it the second one of these already.
No, it's wonderful.
It's amazing. But we're big JD fans. Brian's not so much.
I don't have the history. Yeah,
the needle is trending.
Yes.
I'm learning the genius behind these special JD bottles of Heroes, or
Heroes,
or JD14. Yeah, so yeah, for sure. Good old Black Label. I don't have any history with that like you guys do.
Already at 20.
Yes.
Yeah. So then second place, shockingly, the Penelope 13 year.
I was shocked.
That was my first somehow. Yeah. I don't know how.
Yeah.
So
it was just good.
And
loved it.
So people understand in their when they watch, I am not biased because I am not a big Penelope fan. Not whatsoever.
Me either.
So that should say something about that Penelope.
Yeah. And remember, if you guys remember too, you guys had the Omega.
Yeah, I still do.
And this kicked the Omega's ass. Shockingly.
Yep.
For us. I don't know if it did for you guys, but
I haven't had the Omega.
I thought we put that in a blind for something. We didn't put the Omega in the Christmas thing too?
No.
It was just this.
No, we had it and we took it out, remember?
Yeah, that's right. We had it and we took it out. Because this was so much better.
It doesn't matter. I got the best one.
Yeah, it's that, and we have a Omega bunkered somewhere because
with that Penelope is so good, man.
Yeah, but this one is just I really think we should probably get another one of those. They're going for like 300 right now in secondary though.
Talk about it later.
Yeah, but that leads us into number 1. Number 1 is the Russell 13 Batch 6. Hands down, won in all the blinds that we had it in. It's the one that Javier and I thought were the GTS. Lo and behold, we asked what the color was. They're like, that's the Russell. I think even in the video I said, y'all are fucking with me. I think is what I said.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what won. So
because in the blind, for the viewer, in the blind, we use these blends right here where we can't even see the color. So it's truly a blind, which makes it even more difficult.
Yeah. It's a little upsetting, but also rejoicing at the same time. I was only upset that I didn't pick the one I thought it was, but very happy for,
You're only upset because you didn't get it right.
I know, that's it. But very happy for the Wild Turkey team because that is delicious.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's our group chose that. We do have an not an honorable mention, but ones that we did not mention. The Heaven Hill 90 we got after, really, so it couldn't really count because it was after 2025 ended. Our favorite rye this year might be the Tanyard Hill rye or the Saz 18 rye, because the Saz 18 rye is freaking phenomenal. You guys will have that on Saturday. Javier, you already have yours. I'll just say it now. You've got the entire
sir.
You've got the entire 2025 B-Tech lineup. Brian, yours is on the way. And then we'll
this guy's the best, by the way.
We'll
He
do a
is the
VTAG
best.
video, and that way you guys can try that.
I dropped it off at
And-
the
And Tracy. And Tracy.
So when I say this guy, I mean y'all
Okay.
as a
Yeah.
group.
Sure.
Yeah,
I need
Tracy.
some work too,
Tracy's
okay?
definitely better than Jason. There's no doubt.
And the William LaRue Weller was, you're going to see too. I mean, that's another that belongs in the top 20, 25 whiskeys this year. That was another great one. Which you'll see when you get it. You'll either hate it or love all the ones that are in there.
You might change my mind on them William Laurels.
That's why I told you not to sell that one. Just hold on to it right now.
Do we want to stop?
Yeah, I guess we can say goodbye, and that's about it, because I don't think there's anything else that we've got that probably is worth talking about. So that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed. We're going to start doing more of these, and we're going to get a little better at it, I hope.
Hey, if you enjoyed the video, you guys make sure you like, subscribe, hit the bell notification so you can get the notifications when we go live, and we appreciate you guys.
Yeah.
Yep. And go back and look at our previous blinds. There's plenty to look at.
Yep. So, yeah. Y'all have a good evening.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Got a sip left.
An empty glass.